Hi everyone, the next assignment is Word WD Share Memo. So go ahead and open the file and you'll click open at the bottom and then you'll also enable the editing. And at this point, if you'd like to have a split screen, go to the the very bottom right corner, right click, choose show side by side. I have quite a few things open, so I'm just going to minimize and I'll have the assignment we're working on, and then I'll also have Blackboard open on the left hand side, and then just scroll down to see my directions. So what you want to do is make this assignment similar, not exact, and I'm going to do a few things and it's up to you how you design it. We'll do the border last, but the main thing is we want to select the title and change the font to make it larger. So with the arrow pointing, if I just point on that line in the left hand side, the selection area, and click, it selects the entire line. And then I could go ahead and select any font style I'd like. There's a lot to choose from, so you can go ahead and select anything you'd like. And then we're going to increase the size to anything you'd like. The only thing I wouldn't do is go too big where it would go on to another line. And then the font color, anything you'd like. And if you'd like to put it in bold, go ahead and put it in bold. And then center, the paragraph group, this is center. Right now it's left align, this will put it in the middle. So I'm just going to click away from it. If you decide that you don't like the font or the size, you can go ahead and select something else. What happens is, excuse me, your most recent selections come up here under recently used fonts. And if you want to look for something else, you can change it. And sometimes the font's smaller, so you can make it bigger if you'd like. So once you're satisfied with that, do you see the line underneath Word Training Program? So yes, we could go to underline, but it's a very basic underline. You could choose the down arrow and there's more options and you can select that. But as you can see, it's just doing it under that one word. So I'm just going to undo. So what we're going to do, I didn't, it's centered. It's hard to tell that it's centered, but it is centered across because it's so large. If I make it smaller, you'll probably see that it's centered. So to get the line going across the entire, not just the words, but the entire line itself, we're going to choose from the paragraph group, it's called Borders, and I'm going to click the down arrow and choose Borders and Shading. So from the Borders arrow, which is more options, I'm going to select Borders and Shading. And then there are three categories under Borders: Setting, Style, and Preview. So I would like Box, and these are my choices of borders, and you can select anything that you like and you can change your mind, whatever you want to go with. You can choose a color, and then you can choose a thickness. So if you don't like what you have, you can go ahead and change it. It's up to you what you decide to go with. Now, right now, if you leave it as a box, it's going to be around the entire Word Training Program, but we just want it on the bottom. So if you click the top, it takes it off the top. Click the left and then the right. It'll only be on the bottom. And then go ahead and click OK. Then if we want to do the same thing under Regarding, because we just recently did this one, if we choose Borders, we get it again. So we don't have to go through all those steps. So where it says your name, you'll actually select the two words and type your name. And then for today's current date, select today's current date. And there is a feature for that. It's in Insert. It's under Text, and there it's under Date and Time, and I want it spelled out September, so I'll go ahead and click the third option and then OK. And the last thing we need to do is add a border around the entire document. So what I'm going to do is go into View and choose So I'm going to choose view, and then if I go to zoom, I'll choose one page. It makes it smaller, but I get to see the entire page. So now I'll go back to design under page borders, and we were just here for the underline underneath word training memorandum, but that was under borders. Now we're under page border. And again, you could select something that's just a regular border with dots or lines, or similar to what we did on the underline. But if you come down at the bottom, there's one called art, and that has a lot of different options. So you could have cake all around your border, or candy corn, whatever you'd like. If you scroll down, there's even more to choose from. Some of them you can't change the color of. If you notice, this is faded out, so you couldn't change the color. But some of them you can change the pictures. You can change of, like the flowers. See how it's shaded, so you could actually select a color if you wanted. And there's still much more to choose from. And you just scroll and find something that you like. So a lot of them that you still can change the color. There we go. I knew we had pumpkins, and you could change the color of those. So select anything that catches your eye, the attention. Again, a lot of them you can change the colors if you'd like. And I think I went with the purple theme, and there you go. Some of them you can change the width of if you wanted them either smaller or larger. The highest width is 31 points. So when you're happy, go ahead and click OK, and there's your document. Now, another thing you could add to it, it's called page color, and you can, if you don't have your options, I want a lighter color purple, so I'm going to go to more colors, and I'll choose a lighter shade, and then OK. That's not too light. Let me go back again. This is my most recent color. I'm going to go back to more colors and choose a lighter shade. This is what I have, and this is what I just chose. There you go. Now, the only thing with color, it would not print in color, the background, the page color. If you change the font color and the underline, and the border would print in color. It's just the paper color doesn't change. You'd have to actually put purple paper into your copier, but it does show the purple color when you submit it digitally. So when you submit it as an assignment, I will see the color you chose. So you took a plain, boring document and added a little pizzazz to it. So whatever you decide is up to you. Thank you. Go ahead and save and submit.